losing this fight.
Not a fight anymore, boss.
To San Diego Comic-Con 2026. We're here at the press room for Batman Cape Crusader Season 2. I'm here with...
Hamish Linklater. I play Batman. I play Bruce Wayne.
First off, congratulations with the show getting a Season 2. First season, I was just amazed in terms of how you captured the voice of Bruce Wayne, but also Batman, and even honoring, late, Kevin Conroy. But it made it also your own identity with your voice. And I just want to know, going to Season 2, do you feel a little bit of comfortability now that after the first season, you're like, okay, now I can do this now?
No, I think they're going to take it away from me every time I step in there. After every line reading, I'm like, they're going to be like, you know what? That was the last one. You can go now. No, it's a thrill that we got a second season, and yeah, I'm just like a big fan of Kevin Conroy, of Batman the Animated Series, and I just wanted more of it in the world, and so I'm so happy that they've let us do 2 seasons.
Yeah. And now going into this, season, the first season had immaculate of new versions of traditional characters that we already know. But this season, we go dive into the lore of Batman's villains and rogues galleries. Now, I want to know, for you, was it like a favorite that you were waiting to just interact with in terms of going into Season 2 that you didn't experience in Season 1?
Well, I was terrified about the Joker. I mean, I was so nervous, so excited. And then when I finally saw the art and heard what Matthew does with the character, it's just like, holy crap, that's like sticking the landing like nobody's business. I mean, it far exceeded my expectations, my hopes, and totally quelled all of my fears. He's so great.
Now, my last question, now, not to spoil the last episode, but the last episode was I won't say anticlimactic, but it was epic. It was epic finale.
Yeah.
But left open door for possibilities of the future. But for what happens in terms of Batman's rule of no kill rule, and even though he can't control what happens to people, what happens in terms of his experiences with these villains, it changes him. What do you believe that after this season, everything that the Joker has put this version of Batman through, how do you think this version of Batman is going to evolve in the future?
I mean, it's anyone's guess. It's anyone's guess. These guys seem pretty open to the show being pretty dark, so we'll see where it takes him.
Yeah, well, I just want to say again, congratulations with this show. I love your voice, and I hope to see many seasons of you in this character.
I hope so. God.
Yeah.
Please, Jeff Bezos. Please.
Sane people don't dress like bats and do detective work for free.
I want him dead! You get me? Dead! Dead! Dead!
I'm here with
Jamie Chung. Yes.
Hey, just want to say, one, big fan of you for years since I was in high school. And I just want to say congratulations of creating another iconic character of Harley Quinn, this version, but also having strong representation, backing that up, which makes it better.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Those are really kind words.
Yeah, so I want to know what, after season 1, again, first, when we announced about this version of Harley Quinn, it was a different version, but as well, in the world of this entire universe of Batman, this is a different universe.
Yes.
And now we see what she experienced in season 1, but season 2, with the addition of Joker, there's a lot of speculation to fans about, okay, well, where her story going to go. Now, before people have seen the season 2, can you give a sense of a tease about what she's going to go through this season?
Thank you. I'm just glad that I came back. She's not dead. That is not a spoiler alert. But I think without saying too much, I think it's really interesting because love is a really powerful thing.
Yeah.
And that keeps a lot of people going, continuing to live. But she's been in hiding. I will not say where. Take a guess.
Yes.
And, I think she's just so curious as to... There's a big case that happens for season 2, and she's so curious to what and who is behind it that I think that kind of draws her out. So I think curiosity gets the best of her. And, and where she goes after that, I cannot say.
Yeah. One thing as a fan of Harley Quinn I love is just that she's a multi-layered character, but also that there's not one way to tell this version of Harley Quinn. There's many different versions of Harley Quinn. So to me, it's I'm asking, what do you view in terms for a female audience, what Harley Quinn means to the female audience about representation and knowing that, hey, I might be a person of color, but I can still be Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you know what? I think their spin was really lovely, because I think they want to take a total departure from the original animated series with Arlene Sorkin, because she's the reason why this character exists. Let's be real. And her performance is so iconic. We wanted to kind of make a total diversion from that and diversify. So here we are. But I am really proud, and I think she's a really strong female character. I think her two sides are. I think she's kind of like a Robin Hood. She doesn't steal from the rich and give to the poor, but she does take down a lot of bad people. And I think that's what she targets. So in her mind, I think she's doing some sort of justice. And I think, when she's at her day job as Dr. Harleen Quinzel, I really do think that she's helping people and she's helping the police force. Yeah.
Yeah, so with the future of this show,
Yeah.
obviously we have a season 2. I've seen the final episode. Again, amazing work you've
Thank
done
you.
throughout the season. Now, just in terms of you being a fan of the character, is there anything that you would like to see your character, I guess, or other DC-related characters to interact with in the future, if possible?
I would love for her to take down the Joker. Matthew's right, this is a little awkward, but there can only be one.
Yes.
And I'd love for her to win. That's all.
I've come to awaken you.
To show you
Show me what?
what you are. Shall we begin?
Here with Matthew Needham here at Batman Cape Crusader Season 2. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing good. I just want to say, for one, when I heard your voice for the Joker, I was like, that's not Matthew Needham. That's not Lara Strong, is it? That's not. And it is.
It is,
and
yeah.
the way you have beautifully captured Joker, but also made it your own. Like I have, for years, I've seen different variations in the voice animation, but you created a distinct Joker that had your identity onto it. What was the process of you trying to create that differentiation, but also respecting the lore of the Joker?
Well, that's very nice of you to give me the credit, but I'm afraid it's nothing to do with me. It's to do with Bruce Timms and James and Jeffrey and all our other brilliant writers who have crafted this new version of the Joker. I'm just the lucky guy that gets to say it. But they were really clear in what they wanted. They wanted something very different. They didn't want anything that had come before. They wanted a cold, humorless, calculated Joker, and I was happy to give it a go.
Yeah, and I felt like throughout the episodes of the season, Joker is one of the most iconic Batman villains of all time. But he was used very strategically in terms of building anticipation till we got to that final episode. And I want to know in terms of the process with you with the showrunners of how do you feel like knowing that the weight of having this mantle now that you for moving forward are we part of the Joker legacy of voice animation?
Oh, yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, in terms of the reveal, I think they wanted to keep their powder dry, and I think they wanted him to slowly gain in presence throughout the show. In terms of, I mean, it's such a rich lineage of storytelling. It's like 90 years of storytelling, and to just be a small chink in a chain that's been being built for all that time is an insane privilege. It's just insane.
My last question now: if Lara Strong meets this version of the Joker, mind you, we saw the last episode of him having strong opinions about Aegon. What do you think his opinions be about this version of the Joker?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think he'd be fascinated by him. I think he'd be trying to work out the angle of how to penetrate that insane mind. I think he'd have his work cut out for him. He's a hard nut to crack.
Yeah.